Hello everyone, welcome to another speed build. I hope your Friday is going well, because mine is. Okay, so I'm laughing because of something that happened right before. Today's speed build is actually important because, as you guys know, I am starting my own Newcrest save file. I've done the thumbnail, I finished the thumbnail. I think I said this last on yesterday's video. In yesterday's video, yesterday. Sorry. And as you see here, I'm using Horse Ranch. So I actually recently bought the Horse Ranch pack, and I wouldn't say it's necessary, but in terms of storyline for my Sims, the Sims I've created, I really wanted to use Horse Ranch for one of the Sims families. So as you see here, I'm just going through everything. I wish I was able to do a video, maybe like in the next few months or so. I would love to start rating a lot of the packs that I have, and then just kind of giving my opinion on it and things like that. But I haven't actually played with Horse Ranch, so I'm thinking it's not really tied to the Newcrest save file, but it is kind of tied to the Newcrest save file. The Horse Ranch pack, obviously that's why I bought it. It'll be a waste of money, but you know how I'm doing cottage living, I'd love to explore the Horse Ranch pack through the Newcrest save file. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to do it, I'll have to see, but I want to do that because right now I'm still doing cottage living. I just haven't fully edited the next part, so don't worry, it's not gone. But yeah, as you know, time goes on, I would love to do like a review on Horse Ranch and things like that. But onto the save file. As you see in the top left, it is a spoiler. Oops, I just hit my button. Let me just move that. It is a spoiler, but it's the Benelli home, not necessarily the family. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, you know what it is? This the exterior of this house is actually inspired by a game called Beyond Two Souls, one of my favorite story mode games, Beyond Two Souls. And the house, I was looking up the house layout. I was like, oh wait, they have a kitchen? When you walk in, it's the kitchen. On the right hand side, I was trying to see if there's like a bedroom or something on that side. But I know through the kitchen, when you walk in to the left, there's a massive hallway and the bedrooms are there. So I was like, oh, is there anything else on the right hand side? Because the house is so long. So I was trying to figure that out, but I had to kind of use my imagination a little bit. That's what I ended up doing. I used my brain and ended up okay. I wanted to use a lot of the Horse Ranch stuff, but a lot of them are like stably. You know, I understand that's the point, but because this is like an old ranch, that's what I'm going for. I didn't want it to look like a stable. I wanted it to look like, you know, like a rundown house. And I don't think the stable, something tells me, I don't know, something tells me that the stable windows aren't going to work. But yes, the Benelli home. Benelli, I'll say this more in the introduction video, but Benelli is a family that I've created. Actually, no, I didn't create them. It was, I wish I remember which creator creates them, but I did not create them. It's either Sims on the Rope or another creator. If anybody knows where they're from, please let me know. But actually, no, I can just do it myself. That one might be a good thing to do it myself. As you see here, I'm trying to figure out the layout, and I realize it's too big because imagine this being the kitchen, then the bedrooms are behind. There isn't that much space in the slot. I can't exactly remember how big the slot is, but it's not that big. So I realized, oh, I'm gonna have to make this a bit smaller and then put the bedrooms at the back, which I actually didn't mind actually. I ended up filming this in 3 parts. Because I think I've said this before, all my speed builds are filmed in parts because I haven't got the best PC, and sometimes, you know, I don't want to ruin my PC by filming for ages. So I kind of film like between 20 to 30 minute intervals, and then I come back a little bit later in the day, or maybe I've spent time editing a different video. You know, it depends on what the day is, but most of the time I do film in 20 to 30 minute intervals. So my aim for this part here was to get the exterior down, start on the barn. I think I can't exactly remember how the cuts work because I did cut this down yesterday. So it's been like 24 hours since I actually you know, quote unquote edited this video, sped it up and cut it down like the beginning and end parts of each recording session, and now I'm back editing it. So that's what I tend to do with my speed builds. But yeah, the first part tends to be getting the exterior down, getting the colors down. Sometimes it might change, but I wanted the basics. Even the floor plan for the house, that's something I'm trying to get down as well. Also, do you know what I realized? That the stairs, the wall for the stairs has changed. It used to be, if I'm not mistaken, it used to be the wall that's on the inside when you build stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Like build stuff, you know, like the unpainted wall on the interior. That's what it used to be now. I don't remember it being a wall, which is interesting. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it's just an update they want to do. Also, the update that came out for The Sims 4. I haven't played it because I have mods in my game, and when I tell you this new Quest series save file has taken a while for me to actually get done, and I've taken my time with it and everything. I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to be honest. So all that time, all that effort, I don't want to ruin it by updating my game. So I'm probably going to be very behind on updates. Okay, so there's somebody driving by. Sometimes I find it annoying because where I live, you'll definitely hear the traffic, and I find that very annoying. As you see here, I don't think I had an inspiration picture. I did have an inspo picture for the barn. If I have it, I might put it up on the screen, but I don't think I will. It's just like a stereotypical American barn, so I don't think I needed to put the picture up. But I was kind of struggling on figuring out how to do this. But this changes because this looks so dumb. This looks interesting. It doesn't look very nice, so I do change it. Look at that. What was I thinking? I mean, it'd be very awkward if this is what I end up keeping it. If this is how I end up. Oh, look, no, that looks really bad. It looks like a church, more like a church than a barn. So anyway, but yeah, I really love to explore the horse ranch part. Let me know what you guys would prefer. Honestly, I'm thinking, because with this, I'll explain more in the instruction video for the save file. But what I'm thinking is that it'll be like kind of seasons, if that makes sense. So I'm playing the game with aging off. And aging will not be on. So what I'd prefer, like Ocean Sims, if you've watched Ocean Sims, if you sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. If you watch Ocean Sims, you'll know that a lot of the times her Let's Plays, she doesn't really have aging on. That's my aim. That's what I would love to do. And I don't really have rules for the save file, but one of the rules I'll explain it in the introductory video is that I won't be skipping anything. So I'm going to try my best to kind of keep it calm, keep it mellow, keep it, slow and realistic. It's not realistic for you to be able to skip time. Like the Sims replay, it's going to be like that. Except I'm not going to be spending 8 to 12 hours offline waiting for a task to be over. A simple task to be over. But also I really love these colors as well. I kind of wish, now in hindsight, I kept the blue, but again, it's supposed to be like an old barn. I'm not sure, like, it's supposed to be very, very old. It's like a generational thing, and it's a generational thing. So I was probably thinking, well, maybe because it's a generational thing, it won't have colorful doors. Maybe, like, as I said, it's going to be seasons. Also, because, okay, so let me say one thing at a time, because I struggle with that. I always have something and then I want to say something else. So as you saw, it cut, and I really wanted, that was the first part. The second part now is kind of getting this little, like, area, like, built. I'm not sure if I put, did I forget to put the nectar stuff in the down below? I might have forgotten. Oh, I think I did. That was the whole point of this section, but this is the section where it's kind of newly built. So I imagine this is an old horse farm, or is that what they're called, horse farm? They don't grow plants or anything. That's where like the farm markets and stuff come in. Even though I haven't built that, I don't think I'm going to. But let's pretend. Let's pretend this is The Sims, and it's more of like a horse farm. And then I imagine the family, the girl. This is her farm. I'll explain in the instruction video. And this is her farm, her family farm, and she and probably her great grandma's family decides to add a little extension. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm so sorry. Extension, and they decided to have nectar, to grow nectar as a way to gain money, and also because they love nectar. That'll be a lot of fun. I imagine what I would like to do is, this family has children, so I imagine maybe when they grow up and they get older, I would love for them to have this farm, and then we can play horse ranch instead of going back to the family and playing horse ranch. I think that'd be fun. So you guys already know the characters, already know the Sims and everything like that. But yeah, on the barn now. Love these lights. They're very pretty. Chandeliers. They're very old school. My house right now, where I live, it has chandeliers, but they're not like this. They're like, they look fancy, but they're very cheap type of chandeliers. Oh my god. But also because of this house, I imagine it's really run down, so in the middle of nowhere, even though it's not in the middle of nowhere. That's my kind of what I was going for. I would say that probably it doesn't have that much stuff. It's very, very, when you walk onto the lot, I imagine, or into the house, or onto the lot, depends on how you want to say it. I imagine it's just very empty. It doesn't have much stuff for kids, even though they had the kids. The family grew up, it's mainly a house where you just farm, and that's it. That's what I was going for. So there isn't any playground equipment. There's a few laundry stuff. I imagine that off the grid, but this lot doesn't have the off the grid. It doesn't have the off the grid lot trait because I'm not going to be playing in this house until, if that's what you guys want, until the children get older or the child gets older. Depends on who we pick. But you'll see. You'll see. I'm really excited to film the introductory video. I'm very, very excited. I've tried to film it in, I think, 3 times without an introductory video, but I didn't like it. So yeah, again, I'm going to stop saying this, but I'm going to be explaining it a little bit more in a video that's coming out probably Sunday. That's not true. But that's why I wanted to put this video out today, which is Friday. So then you guys expect something happening. I think I've said this before, but I hate where I live. I hate hearing people speed. It's just very irritating to me. Does anybody else find that annoying when you hear people speeding? It's like, you're going to get to your place, point A to B at some point. You don't need to speed. Even when I take a taxi and stuff, I hate when the drivers speed. I'm like, okay, it's fine. We're going to get there eventually. Just, you don't have to, speed. But I get it. It's their job. But anyway, onto the interior. It was very easy for me to pick these colours because I imagine it's very plain. In terms of the wallpapers, the floors is very plain, but I imagine the family added a bit of colour, just a little bit. Not too much because do you know what's so upsetting? I was going to do a video reviewing the horse ranch, the stuff for the cast items for horse ranch. Again, it's freezing again, but don't worry, it's not actually frozen. It's because I was looking at reference photos to kind of see what I wanted to do, but there really wasn't anything, so I kind of had to go based off what I wanted. That's not entirely true. Like, I know in Beyond Two Souls they had a fridge, they had a stove, they had a coffee machine, but it is what it is. I kind of had added my own twist, but I'm gonna forget what I was gonna say. Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, it was very easy. Oh no, what am I talking about? It was the cast stuff. I really wanted to review it, but the video corrupted, and I was already having a bad day. So you can imagine how I was feeling at that time. So what I've told myself is that I'm not going to film anything for this series unless it's actually the video itself, because I almost crashed out that day. I was like, you know what? Let me not. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to try to film stuff before the stuff is supposed to come out or anything like that. So I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I imagine this family, they also had pets. I haven't added any dead dogs or anything like that, which I know is kind of a crazy thing to say. But I imagine they have cats, they have a bunch of cats, they have a bunch of dogs. It's like a very rustic farm. And I feel like with this story, I've created a storyline for each sim, but I think I still need to plan out the way I'm going to do the introduction video, because I would love to do one, but I kind of have an idea of what I want. But also at the same time, I still want it to be structured. But also at the same time, I still want it to be, a bit fun. I don't want it to be like too structured to the point where it's like, okay, I need to do this and I need to do this, I need to do this. I know that it's like in the game, it's late in the evening, because when I took the photos for the thumbnail, it was like 6 p.m. in the game. So I was like, oh, okay, I need to hurry up, because I don't want to start the introductory video at 6 p.m., So I don't know, maybe it depends. I kind of want to start with one family. I love all the families I've created. I have a bunch of families, but I'm not going to play with every single one unless you guys want me to. Oh, I think we're on to the last part. No, we're not. I thought we're on to the last part, but we're not. Right now we're going to be finished furnishing the living room, and then the next part will be living room, and then the hallway that leads to the bedrooms and the bathroom, and then the next section of the video will be the bedrooms and stuff. Yeah, I really love this. I'm jumping back and forth, but I really love the stuff that came with Horse Ranch. I'm glad I'm buying packs that came out later, because the first pack I got, what was it? It was oh my god, I can't remember what it was. I've got Horse Ranch, I've got Cottage Living, I've got, oh my god, I can't remember. Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, I've got a few packs, and I think I've got an older pack. Pets, cats and dogs. And I realized, I mean, the stuff, you can tell the quality of the stuff is improved, the look of it. This actually looks like a leather sofa, which is crazy to me. I know it's not crazy, but it's crazy to me. That's all that matters. But I've been really loving layering my rugs lately. It's a lot of fun. It adds a bit of character as well. And what I did here, I pulled colours. I mean, this is how you decorate homes anyway. But you pull colour, like I'm pulling colours from the sofa, the armchair, the red armchair, and then I decided to use a red rug, which is like, I know it's probably common sense for people who decorate a lot, right? But I thought, wow, that's kind of fun. So that's what I did, and it was a lot of fun. And I really want to use this rug, but I realized that it's a CC rug with pizza stains on it, so I went to get the one from Laundry Day. Love this rug. I don't know why, but this is kind of like my aesthetic when it comes to homes, and I feel like Laundry Day, it was literally perfect. And the end of the hallway, and you see this again, I've been using this like little cabinet in from Laundry Day in my house. I did it in the last speed build. I don't know why. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, this is the last section because I filmed this 2 days ago on Wednesday. Yes. So the last part is going to be the bathroom, the large bathroom, which you'll see in a second doesn't stay that way. But then the bedrooms. This is, so you're going to see in a second, but I imagine this is a family where it's generational, like I said, but I'm trying to see whether it's going to be like a grandma and two parents and their kids. You'll see it's not young kids, but you know, I was trying to figure out, is a grandma going to be living here? Because like I said, this house is inspired by Beyond Two Souls. I love that game. It's really amazing. It's great. It's a lot of fun. But I was also thinking maybe because in Beyond Two Souls there's a grandma, there's a dad, and two grown children. So I imagine maybe I can add, like, for the generational parts, I can add maybe a grandparent, maybe grandma from the dad's side, and then because the Benelli family itself isn't going to include the family that lives here, it's going to be a daughter and a husband, and then, you know, it's her parents' house. So then maybe at least her dad has a relative, grandma, who lives here. But we'll see. As I said, this safe art isn't 100% done. But I told myself, well, if I wait for it to be 100%, 100%, then I'm not going to get it done. Also, this rug doesn't really. I told my sister was in the room with me whilst I was building this, and she said, "Oh, I was like, oh, this rug doesn't really match." So yes, it does. So, oh, okay. So I kept it. So I'm going to add black accents, pink accents. It's a lot of fun to decorate from like just a rug, which is kind of crazy. I know it makes a lot of sense because that's how you decorate. You probably get like a colourful rug or painting, and then you base it off that. But you know, you live and you learn. And because this family has horses, I imagine that I imagined that what was I going to say? Oh my god, I keep forgetting what I was going to say. They have the horse trailers to take them, but I didn't know where to put them, so I just put them in the corner. I imagine they'll in real life they'll be able to drive up there, so that's what I did instead of putting it in the back of the house, which I did. Here I really love this set of wardrobes. It makes sense, and I imagine this is probably the daughter's old room. She doesn't live with her parents anymore. This is her old room maybe, and these pieces are from her parents, and her parents have got the stuff from her grandparents. So it's very generational. It's very, I wouldn't say close, but you know, it's got that feeling where, you know, things are generational. Does that make sense? I kind of wish that I made the bed pink, but you know, it is what it is. I finished it and it's going to be up today. Whether I like it or not, it's going to go up today. And also with the save file, it's going to be rotational. I will explain it later on, obviously. I'm going to stop saying introductory video because that probably is annoying to hear. But yeah, it's going to be, I'll explain a lot. I need to make a list of things that I need to point out. But yeah, we're on to this room. I'm just stopping. I'm just talking. But with this bedroom, it's not, I'm not 100% sure if it's actually going to be two people sleeping here, or maybe it's an empty room where the daughter and maybe a sibling stayed in here, or maybe like a grandma stayed in here. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. But like I said, I really loved pulling colours from here, from the rug. It's actually a lot of fun. It looks very cohesive. I understand that the dresser already has a mirror, but I thought it's a dresser. Is it a dresser? It looks like a dresser, like a cabinet. And also I want to use the storage thing because it's a lot of it's cute and it matches as well. But yeah, like I said, this is a family that's off the grid, so a lot of this they don't have a washing machine. They don't have a washing machine. They don't have a washing machine, so they use the washing line or use the bucket. So also maybe I'm thinking of buying flowers. Oh, something dropped. Oh my god, something dropped. Give me a second. Sorry, my switch just fell off my table. I kind of accidentally knocked it off with my elbow. But we're on to the bathroom now. Just to finish off because we only got 1 minute left. I did end up splitting it in half because it was way too big. My sister suggested that I should make one half the bathroom, then one half the storage room. I think I did see another bathroom anyway, so there are 2 bathrooms, so it's big enough. So I'm going to keep it like that. The storage room ended up being a room for the nectar, but I ended up getting rid of the archway and the light and the windows. So I ended up just putting a normal door. I don't know how to do the nectar, so I'm going to have to see how people do it. It shouldn't be that hard, right? You do need grapes, I know that. So I don't understand why I didn't add grapes, but I didn't know. I didn't know. So before I start filming this house, I will make sure that the kids end up doing, stomping on grapes so they can have nectar. Maybe they can do it in their house. I'm not sure if there'll be space, but we'll see. I try my best. But I think that's the end of this video. I ended up just changing the color of things, but this is the exterior. Oh, it was so much fun, you guys, to film this, and it took a lot of time, but I'm glad I put in the effort and I put in the hour or so into finishing it and building it. But this is it. I'm really excited to start my new Crest series. I won't exactly say the dates that it will come out, but it'll be coming out probably in a week's time at least, because I'm going to be filming it during the weekend. But I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys next time for more Sims or other content from me. Goodbye.